Have you heard about the Penn Wharton China Center, by the way?
It's brilliant.
Yeah, so that's the kind of thing that we're trying to do there. And so let me interrupt you. May I interrupt you?
Of course.
So we've got a center in Beijing, which is a fantastic facility. And the thing that I like about it, or I liken it to, I mean, I think this is amazing, is that our San Francisco facility is absolutely beautiful and state-of-the-art. Beijing is at least as good. And it's all connected by the same Cisco telepresence that we have in Philadelphia too. So it's amazing. But Sam's heard me say this, what I always say to any foreign group is, I hope we've still got some things that we can teach you, but we've got a hell of a lot to learn from you too. And so I'm a big believer in global interactions of all sorts on campus, in global cities like LA and around the world, including Beijing. Just on this specific point though, here's what I've learned about China in the last little while. One, you can learn by understanding the way American corporates really work. One, you can only learn by being in China. The one you can learn from being here is that what China means to American multinationals has been transformed in the last 5 years. Think about Apple is the best example. If we were having this conversation in 2010, what we would have said is that Apple assembles, when was the iPhone invented? This has to be a pre-iPhone story. 07, so we're having it in 06. We're having a conversation in 06. Everyone knows that Apple assembles all its products in the world. It's on the back of every Apple device in this room. Designed in California, assembled in China, designed in California by Apple. That's what China was, right? Assembly line. Well, as you know, today China is Apple's biggest market. Another example that I think a lot about actually is General Motors, right? If Apple's the icon of the 21st century, General Motors was the American icon of the 20th century. GM went into bankruptcy in the crisis, Obama bailed them out, they came back to profitability. What they don't tell you is that they came back to profitability based on the cars they sell in China. Now, why didn't GM want to tell you that? They didn't want to tell you that because the cars are made in China. All right, so then that creates some problems because we have to answer the question, where are the jobs? Where are the American jobs? And maybe I can return to that. But the first thing I want to say about your trade for treasuries, that is China lends us money so that we can buy their goods, the way US-China worked for a long time, is it's actually evolved now, and American multinationals, China is just critically important to the future of many American multinationals. The second thing I'd say about China is we all read the scary stories about stock market and other things in China at the moment. What that tends to overlook is the fact that the real Chinese private sector, the thing that's going to actually be important to China's soft landing, is doing pretty well. Now, one reason it's doing well and we don't know about it is that there are not a lot of foreign investors there. Part of that's because foreign investment, there are barriers to foreign investment, but part of it is also that not enough American investors really know about the opportunities. So Chinese private equity and CIC and CITIC and other people investing into Chinese firms, that's a really big story. So a place like Wharton has to be really good at all the technical stuff. We need a second leadership dimension. All of our students should be leaders, but I think they should also be global leaders. So understanding the world is critically important. Travel is a pain, but by God, you've got to do it because it's the only way you can really understand what's happening in the world.